What's going on to all my gamers and game mates? This your boy Kano, the brutally honest gamer, and I'm back with another video. But forget all that. We ain't come here to talk about and egg on this whole ordeal, man. We just going to get right into it right now. We're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct, man, and why it was an epic fail. And I'm not lying to y'all when I say this little conference was an epic fail, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. And I'm gonna be brutally honest with y'all why. And it hurts my heart to say this because I like the Nintendo Switch. I like the Super Mario 3D World plus the Bowser's Fury. I like some of the Nintendo games. That's why I got the Nintendo Switch for the exclusives only. I didn't get the Nintendo Switch for the multi-plat or ports. I got it for the experience of playing new type of games. Don't get me wrong, I like some of the classic games, but not just straight from just the Wii U. Possibly the Wii to a certain degree. Hell, if they would have did Super Mario justice, I would have been happy if they'd have bought. They should have just did the virtual console thing like I've been said. But it's an epic film. This is neither near here or there. We're going to dive straight into some of the games that I actually liked and the games that I actually disliked. So let's go ahead and talk about the games that I actually liked. Alright, starting off with this one particular game that I actually played when I was a youngin', you heard me? I played this game on a PlayStation 1. It was on Squaresoft at the time. It was named Squaresoft. It wasn't named Square Enix. It was Squaresoft. You dig what I'm talking about? And the name of the game was Legend of Mana. And believe me, I thought the Legend of Mana was actually a Nintendo Switch only game until I found out this game is coming on the PlayStation 4. So now it defeats the purpose of me wanting to play the game on the Nintendo Switch. So that was an epic fail. They have to hold that L for that. You feel me? The next game that I actually like, but at the same time I kind of dislike in a sense, was Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, because I didn't like how the motion was with the game, and now I'm finding out that you could use the right analog stick to actually swing the sword. It's different, but you know, I might get it to try to finish that game, because I never finished the game because I got irritated because of what was going on the actual Wii. You feel me? Now, the next game that I'm actually excited for, that I definitely want to play, is Monster Hunter Rise. This time around, when it comes down to Monster Hunter Rise, I can actually see the potential within that game. I feel like it will be better than Monster Hunter World, in my opinion. It won't be as complex as Monster Hunter World, and it comes out next month on March 26th on the Nintendo Switch. Most likely we'll review it, you know what I'm saying? So definitely I want to see more with Monster Hunter Rise. And not only that, man, another game that I'm excited about, man, is No More Heroes 3, and that comes out August 27th. You heard me? You feel me? You playing with Travis again, you know what I'm saying? And you already have the No More Heroes 1 and 2 to play, so y'all definitely go play that, man. No More Heroes is actually that game. Don't sleep on that game, you feel me? But the rest of the games that I do not like, let's talk about it. I'm not an Animal Crossing fan. Not my type of game. Not my cup of tea. I can care less about that. They gave that Super Mario theme. I care less. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Fall Guys for the Nintendo Switch. If it came on the Xbox, I still wouldn't care. PlayStation, I still wouldn't care. Fall Guys to me is not the wave. And when I seen this on VinTV, when it kept playing it continuously, that showed me why VinTV actually is a garbage gaming channel. And I can't wait for G4 TV to come back this summer. So that's why I'm looking forward to that more now. But it's neither here or there. Fall Guys on a Nintendo Switch. I don't really see that many people playing that game on the Nintendo Switch like that, because nowadays I'm feeling like with the Nintendo as a company right now, it's like blind leading the blind. One ear out the other. And when I'm saying that is, they don't know what they want. They don't know what they want as far as the gamers. They don't even know what type of games that we want nowadays, because they just care about these particular games at this point. And they have to hold that L for that, but that's neither here or there. Let's carry on, shall we, of games that I particularly do not like. Okay? Let's go on. Splatoon. Let's talk about it. Splatoon 2 came out a few years ago. That game still has the legs to stand on. Now we have gotten an announcement of Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3. Come on now. Splatoon 3. And y'all didn't put out that much content for Splatoon 2. And I've been paying attention to the content. Now, since Splatoon 3 is coming out in 2022, they better go ahead and do this. They better give it a story mode campaign where you can actually play solo if you want, or co-op, and it better be worthwhile. If not, if they're just another multiplayer game with an extra coat of paint, Nintendo gonna have to hold that L for that assumption with this bullcrap. You feel me? That's just an L. And the way that they said create your character, do this, blah, 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 I don't see it going that far. I don't see it going far at all. So they're going to have to hold the L. So my overall, I ain't going to talk about the other games because they irrelevant. But my whole overall experience of actually watching this actual Nintendo Direct conference of this game gaming conference we haven't seen within a whole year and some change. We've been getting these Nintendo Minis, and most of these games are ports. Like the Ninja Gaiden collection that I found that it was coming to Xbox and PlayStation, it defeats the purpose. So now I can just go ahead and get it on either Xbox or PlayStation. I don't have to buy it on Nintendo Switch. My thing when it comes down to the Nintendo Direct, I was expected to see more exclusive titles to come to fruition for the Nintendo Switch, but instead we only got majority of ports, and majority of these ports is actually going to be on other platforms, so it defeats the purpose. So with that being said, when it comes down to Nintendo, it's blind leading the blind. They do not know what gamers want because they don't care for what gamers actually want. Because people want the exclusive franchises like the F-Zeros, the Geist games, you feel me? Some of the classic experiences that we have, the Star Foxes. We haven't seen none of these games in fruition at this point. And like I said, Nintendo has to hold that L in that aspect. That wasn't good for Nintendo to actually put this Direct. Now I understand we're going through a pandemic right now. We're going through Rona V right now, and it's starting to subside some, but we still got a new strand going on right now. Wear your mask, people, so it won't spread like wildfire. Wear your mask. You feel me? Public service announcement. But the point I'm trying to make, and that defeats the purpose with the Nintendo Direct, you missed the mark. You definitely missed the mark in a major way. This is what Nintendo should actually had done. Let's go ahead and talk about it, right? Nintendo should have actually not just have the original Nintendo and Super Nintendo where you have to pay $5 to $10 a month for both of them. They should go ahead and do like what they did with the Nintendo Wii and Wii U. Since the Nintendo Switch don't take CDs, since they take these little cartridges, they should just go ahead and open back up the virtual console joint like they did on the Wii and Wii U, where they have all the classic games from the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, the Game Boy Advances, the SPs, the Nintendo 3D, 3DS, all that, the GameCube, the Wii U. Because they have so many games in their catalog, but they failed to do that. Like I said, we have an online structure that is bare bones, and it really doesn't have its purpose. The price is great, don't get me wrong, but it defeats the purpose. Nintendo messed up bad with this Nintendo Direct. People was expecting to hear a little bit something from Metroid Prime, the Bayonetta, even though we're not going to hear nothing from Bayonetta for a long time, because Platinum Games, they over there having nervous breakdowns, and they stressing because they putting out all these different games at the same time, and it's not right. It's not cool. It's an epic failure. They didn't do their job on point. They look like they all static without the electricity going on. Platinum Games, they have to hold that L at this point. Now don't get me wrong when I'm telling the truth about Nintendo. I love Nintendo as a brand. They did at the time put out some great classic games, but they don't know what the consumers want because they don't care. The Nintendo Switch is actually selling well, but a lot of people fail to voice their frustrations nowadays because fanboys don't see nothing wrong. This Nintendo Direct shows how much it was a fail for what Nintendo did. They wasn't ready. A lot of games. They could have announced a new Mario game outside of what we just had with the Mario 3D World. like Super Mario Odyssey 2 or Super Mario Galaxy 3. Hell, possibly Super Mario Sunshine or a sequel to Super Mario 64. Hell, Super Mario 180, Super Mario 360, Super Mario something. They should have did this in a better way. Instead, they missed the mark. They fail tremendously. They're going to have to hold that L. They're definitely going to have to hold that L. But what was y'all thoughts about the Nintendo Direct in y'all opinions? Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for when I drop these videos, man. Nintendo, they did a bad job. This is a disappointing day in the gaming culture. We expected to be better. It was an epic fail. It was a shame. Nintendo, y'all gotta definitely hold that L for this one. And hold accountability to your actions of delivering us too many ports. We didn't get what we wanted out of this as a gamer. And I grew up a Nintendo fan also. And Nintendo failed not just me, but real Nintendo fans as a whole. That's some bull, man. But y'all comment below. I'm out. Peace.